Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please get a tablet and pen. First of all, write down my name. It is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. Our goal to spend about 30 minutes together is give you the right blueprint. Sorry, most people, all right, not you, of course, wasted a lot of money and did it all wrong. They bought things that didn't work. Plus, they didn't get a coach. When they're going to tell you how to do something, don't you think they should hold your hand? But today we're going to teach you a couple secrets which you've never heard before. Kind of fun. Now remember, you can't record, you can't take pictures of the cute face. So tablet and pen, get it here. My story started when I was born in a taxi. On the way to Gardena Hospital. She was 15 and a half pregnant with me. She didn't want a boy, so she put me in a trash can and threw me away. Wasn't that fun for her? But you know what? The next family, they used to drop me off at Redondo Beach Pier every morning at 6:30 in the morning till 5 o'clock in the afternoon from 3 to 9.5 years old and used and abused the hell out of me. Isn't that fun? See, I got one thing about on my side. God gave me a brain. I learned to read at 2.5 years old. When I got dropped off Redondo Beach Pier, you know what I did? I looked at Marina Del Rey. Marina Del Rey, all that money. Torrance, Rocks, Palos Verdes. I want mine too. So I started to study all the rich and famous people. And I learned what they got to do, and I learned how to play too. So homeless to 100,000 to million to billions. Not hard to do. All you got to do is follow through. Write down today's date, please. Then write down the end of the year. It doesn't take besides 3 to 6 months to get to the $1 million status. Maybe 100,000 of personal credit. How about $1 million of credit too? For the corporation, we get to write it all off. So let's show you the journey. How I got my 6 mansions. That's kind of fun. My 3 yachts. All right, top of that, the Lamborghini, the building. They also call me the millionaire maker too. Ultimate goal, we get to play. But are you a procrastinator? If you are and put something off yesterday, today, till tomorrow too, sorry, you can't do that anymore. See, time, I don't control it, neither do you. But you know one thing? We got to make sure we don't waste a second of the day. See, we don't know when it's over. For instance, like me. I died in 2009 with H1N1 pandemic 9. There I am in the hospital. And I was dead. God let me come back to help you. Now, I want you to write down getting past go. Can you do that for me, please? I think you're stuck. Sorry, I think it's true. But the reality is I'll show you the Lamborghini collection. I'll show you the Duffy, the 6 mansions. How about the record I did in 1981? It's the highest kick on the planet. I just wanted to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours? Helicopter, the largest you dock in Huntington Harbor. Don't forget about the yachts. How about the Ferraris too? Now write down Ray's rules and start them to play. Ultimate goal is pretty simple. We're going to teach you some secrets today. Things you never heard before. July 4th, 2009, we took out the yacht. There I am, I'm dead. Well, that sucks. It ruined my whole day. Didn't matter, I wasn't worth millions and billions of dollars. I heard my wife scream her head off after the doctor told her I'm going to die. I heard someone triggered us on a POA that day with someone we trusted too. But H1N1, pandemic 9 kills me. Now we got number 19. But thank God he gave me a chance to come back and play with you. Why you got bad credit today if you do? Lack of knowledge. You see, you've been using the wrong money in the first place. Ray's secrets today. So let's understand the Federal Trade Commission right in front of you turns around and says credit repair is a scam and it's a fraud. You got to rebuild it and it's not broken. And they're not allowed to collect money up front every day, but they do it anyway and break the law. Getting to know me? Why don't you Google Credit Services Act? Get a copy of the page I just showed you too. Next, they'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, whereas even attorneys can't do credit repair. What are you supposed to do? Why don't we build a relationship in the dream? Let me get you through this. It's not hard to do. Let's teach you some secrets and learn how to play the game and learn to win. You see, at every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I broadcast up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday, live, on all day Saturday, which is tomorrow. 8 classes live tomorrow, and guess what? I don't pass the buck. You're stuck with me. I've been doing that for 43 years in person or online. Why don't you play with me for 90 days? I've been teaching rich and famous people for decades. All the secrets, how to play the game and never bring the pain home. You got 4 ways to play to get to $1 million status. Number 1, you can win the lottery tonight. You can basically inherit the money or get a big raise. or you can let me rebuild you right away. I think my way would be faster than yours. But let's see what we can do. Ultimate goal, there's only 1,000 steps to play the game. Ultimate goals from you, just follow through. Ultimate thing to think about, the first 25 steps I'm going to give you today. Ultimate thing, go to raisecredit.com, clickety-clack, and get the credit reports for free. That's step number one. Give me the report number so I can make your score go up, and away about 90 working days. Next thing is I want you to pull out your Social Security card. Yes, ladies, out of your personal wallet, gentlemen, too. You got the SSN because I did too as a kid. We were told to get that to get a job, and we had to follow through. By the way, it also created the 1040 tax return. All right, so understand, we're going to teach you how to play. Now, when you read the card front and back, step number 2, it's going to say do not laminate, do not use for ID purposes, and it says it's property of Social Administration, not you. It's not even your card. So again, give me the report numbers. I'll make your score go up, and away in about 90 working days. That's step number 3. Now, the next thing is no case should ever go past 180 days unless you mess up on your side. I want you to follow through too. Ultimate goal, what did I get to do years ago when I trained Ken Yarborough, security chief at TOW and Asperian too, with Harold Stokes? I came up with a concept called rapid scoring. Then I came up with rapid refresh. What a rapid refresh does is it blocks anything that's bad, and it pushes your score up, and away as we rebuild you. It's not hard to do, about 90 working days. Now, you have 3 ways to go after your bad credit. You can get the do-yourself book and CD. You can join a class at 8 o'clock on Saturday, Pacific Standard Time too, or you can let us do the work for you. And that's with the Rapid Rescore. The office sells it for about $1,000. That's not bad. Reality is there's a class tomorrow at 1 o'clock called Analyzation, all right, in Education too. You don't have to go, but if you want to, you're invited. No past 180 days. Now, here's what I do on a live webinar with you. I always give you a $1,000 cash card. You see, the office gives you $500. But the reality is I don't want to charge you $9.98. I want to give you half price because then I don't have to pay a commission. So if you Zelle $4.99 during the webinar, it's $4.99. You get the $750 guaranteed. And on top of that, you still get the $1,000 card. At the end of the day, you get a money-back guarantee. Now, let's explain Zelle if you don't know what it is today, too. Banks and basically credit unions want to push you to use that. See, they can't hack Zelle. You see, they're hacking credit bureaus, personal credit cards, and companies and blackmailing them, too. So on this page today, take a picture. On a Zelle, I am the recipient. It's Ray Reynolds, that's me. And then all you put is, Ray at raisecredit.com, and you Zelle $4.99 right away. But don't be surprised I call you too. You can also do a bank transfer deposit, Chase or B of A. Now, number 4, I need you to do this right away. I need you to call the phone number. Can you write it down? See, this is because you got all that junk mail that you started to self on you. You did it to yourself, by the way. You're getting all that junk mail. You actually also created half your robocalls. So if you call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years, that'll help that stop it and slow it down too. Step number 4. Ultimate goal, what do we get to do? Let's plan the problem. Yeah, let's plan the problem. See, you thought everything's going to go right, but someone got in your way, knocked you down, took it away from you too. Probably your friend or family member, by the way. Now, the next thing I need you to just write down safety credit. These cards in my hand are $50,000 a piece. What you're going to hear today, you don't hear anywhere else, but you need to hear the truth. The moment you take any card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. Plus, you shouldn't be using your personal credit in the first place, the way you do. Now, on the personal cards, put a stick in the back. Limit, all right, 25, 29%. You see, what I want you to do is get the discipline, put the sticky there too. And I want you to follow through. You see, now let's write down a line of defense. Grocery stores and banks, all right, they file bankruptcy right from their taxes, and then they get a tax credit? What? Yeah, when you brought the pain home, all you did is go boo-hoo-hoo. Don't forget today, no one's going to show you this, but I will. Credit Karma, credit bureaus have all been indicted. They can't lie about this part. 0 to 29% in the green. 30's in the yellow. Anything about that's in the red. You see, you're the one who controls your score going up and down. Nobody else but you. But again, you got to follow through. Don't forget the sticky behind your cards. Please write down never to bring the pain home again, please. Ultimate goal, you got to learn the secrets today, too. And you got to follow through step number 5. Now, what happens if you lost your job and have an emergency? Everybody does the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, then they jack up their credit in 42 days. I don't understand why people use the wrong money in the first place. See, repackaging your house, your car, your bank account. Ultimate goal. That's what I'd like to do for you. By the way, that's one of the 6 mansions, the first car, and one of the bank accounts too with $1 billion in it. Would you like to play? Now, I built credit for my cat years ago. Just pull off that stunt too. See, cats have 9 lives. And as of today, so will you. Inc. magazine right in front of you. How to finance anything by financing using plastic. So, corporate credit. You get to write off the interest rate in the credit card, line of credit, interest rate on that too. And if a division screwed up like a grocery store or bank do, you need to write that off as well. So in other words, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. You just have to learn to play and follow through. Now let's pretend today you need $5,000 now. What are you going to do? Go ask your friends and family in the bank. That's okay. They're all going to say no anyway. See, this $5,000 card in my hand, if I got to use it to help a problem today, the payment's $50 a month. Every one of you wastes $50 every other day. You see, you got to start using some more common sense too. They also say you waste $140 a week. If that's true, that's $600 a month. You know what $600 a month means? That's a $50,000 cash credit card, like one in my hand. So if I max it out today, the payment's $612.26. That $50,000, I would have bought 2 pizza restaurants for you with the drive-thru. Could you please stop wasting money? Could you please quit bringing the pain home because what you did is silly? You never had to do it that way anyway. Step number 6. I want you to follow through today. I want you to go get it too. I want you to remember something today, please. All right? I want you to reach all your goals. I reached all my goals since by the time I was 26. We're talking $2.6 billion under corporate structure, by the way. So let's believe in ourselves. I believe in God and I believe in me. I was kicking the door jam at 10 years old. And when I kicked the basketball hoop, all they can do is go, whoa, that's 10 feet. No shit. All right? You see, I want to just prove what made you jump, and stupid people say we don't. I don't believe those dummies around you. Do you? Remember, God gave you a gift and a dream. Why don't you see it, believe it, go get it? But we got to go back to basics. Go back to the beginning. You and me, we were told like sheep, go get your SSN to get your job. We did that. Isn't that fun? You know what? We're going to get that first paycheck. It's this big. We planned all the bills that week too. And you know what happened? The check was, what happened to the check? You forgot. They get their cut before you get the leftover. That's the IRS public record. So you got tax. Then you got your 1040 tax return. And when you die, you get stuck in probate too. Isn't that fun? But you know what? You don't have to be a duck, quack. You can learn to play. What I've been teaching rich and famous people for 43 years. You got an SSN of the reason too, because we are the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they haven't quit printing money 24/7 unless they run out of paper. Now write down Ray's rules one more time, please. Now I'd like to hand you $100,000 of credit. Is that okay? It's just 2 cards. Now I know you're gonna say there's too much. I'll knock it off. I get so tired of people saying things halfway through something and they don't understand the last time they couldn't get food. Hey, how about pay the rent, the mortgage, or the car payment? Why would anybody back themselves on a damn corner when they never had to? I don't understand stupidity, to be honest with you. If you use 29%, this gives you $71,000 of safety credit in case blanket the fan, lost a job, or a damn pandemic for 19 months. But when you take the money and credit from your family and you roll the dice and you bring the pain home, I'm going to say, why the hell are you using the wrong money? Never bring that pain home. That's all I got as a kid. And that sucks. Getting pain as a kid, it sucks. So let's remember something. All right, I didn't like stealing off the pier, eat out of a trash can, being used and abused too. All right, I wanted out of hell. So I read every damn book I could then, and I do it today too. Usually about 10 books at a time. Step number 7, write it down again and again. I know you got a sad story. Nobody cares. All right, after all that crap, my first coma, I was 5.5 years old. Went down that street into Lane Street in Torrance, that big sucker, and my face was hit the curb. Pop! My face, my teeth, ah! I woke up from the coma. This lady was ringing her bell. She says, "Young man, you're paralyzed. You can't walk. You gotta go pee-pee. Ring the bell." I rang that damn bell. She never showed up, so I crawled on my belly to the toilet. By the time I got to the toilet, it didn't matter. I had stitches, and I'm bloody head to toe. The voice inside of me from God said, "Get up." And I got up. You got no excuses after meeting me today. There I am. I'm dead in a coma. You think that's an excuse? God, let me come back and play with you. You gonna pay attention today? Turn these up. There's the yacht. There's the race boat. My name on those two. Lourdes Udock in Huntington Harbor. Address too. This picture, they're asking my wife if I'm a donor. Luckily, I said go back. Guess what I got to do? Now I get to play with you. Now what did I do? Simple. I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my score back to an 820. Then I popped $1 million card again. Why would you ever bring the pain home? Now, you got 4 ways to do this. You go win that lottery. You'll probably piss it away. Go get that inheritance. You'll piss it away too. Get the raise and you basically spend all that money as well. Or you can let me rebuild you. I think that's a lot faster. What do you think? But again, you got to learn some secrets, like the 5 divisions. I want you to write down divisions in 5. I created this in '86. That means I got 5 bodies in the closet. I can get out another one too. What I've been teaching rich and famous people in banks and grocery stores for years. So, by the way, a division's a legal person. Fight through the pain, pull out another one, do it again and again too. Don't bring the damn pain home because you never had to. Race secrets, by the way. God's delays aren't God's denials. But again, you got to play. Now let's pretend today you're paying attention. And I write you a check for $1 million. Where are you going to put the check? Doesn't matter what you do. You can guess the other way. But the reality is, even if you get the money, what are you going to do? So let's say you're going to put it in your personal account. Oh, goody! You keep $375. The rest goes in the IRS's pocket. And you pay tax on the interest year and 2. Now, if you put it in a corporation, yes, it doesn't have to pay any tax at all. It's allowed. Its pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, company car, on and on. SS4 equals opportunity for the dream. But the problem is, if you still spend the money, you're still broke. What I've been teaching rich and famous people is to win the battle. You ready to play? Learn some more race secrets today? All right, it's step number 8. You see, a corporation doesn't have to pay tax. But if you don't learn to leverage money into more money, times 5, and get it tax-free, because if you do it my way, you never run out of money ever. Wouldn't that be nice? But again, can I get you to pay attention? Hardest thing in the world to do. You see, because you spent thousands to somebody else, it didn't work. Like Johnny says, Tony Baloney ripped him off for $7,500. I said, you got Tony bouncing up and down for 3 days, acting like a ding-dong, and he got your $7,500, and then he said, bye-bye. Well, if they're not going to do anything and teach you rules and tools, all the blah, 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 at the end of the day is just BS as far as I'm concerned. Mary's nice. Ivy League, Fortune 500 company. She takes $100,000 and invests in a business from her personal credit. She had an 810. It dropped to a 591. And then she said, well, my CPA and attorney were helping me too. I said, yeah, they helped you to the poorhouse. Now you're losing your damn house. The problem is, all right, they're going off the book. You see, I don't want the Marys of the world to screw this up anymore. All right, she should have leveraged it and never brought the damn pain home. Oh, well, what can I say? Look at the grocery stores and the banks in your city. How about Sam's Club? Could you imagine they shut down 63 locations 2 years before pandemic in California alone? Not counting the 1,910 nationwide? They sucked out the equity and the assets on those they didn't want to keep. They bankrupted, wrote off on their taxes, and on top of that, they got a tax credit. It's like, come on. But you, what did you do? Boo-hoo-hoo. Why don't you write down branch number, tax ID, and subsidiary? But then I want you to show you what I developed in '86. We're using a division with the tax ID. Once we get to the million, we turn them into subsidiaries too. You get to play if you want to. That's step number 9, by the way. Ultimate goal, what do we get to do? When you heard the word bankruptcy for a city, you heard it, but what did you do? I'll bet you didn't do a damn thing. Sorry. I was at the court building the next day, and almost every day from there on, too. I wanted to know how they played that game, too. I've been tearing this apart since I was a little boy. I want to get out of hell. But the reality is you just let life pass you by. You know what I found out? United States of America Incorporated. They set up 50 corporations. By the way, they're called states. And the state set up corporations are called cities. They're doing their line of defense right in front of you. And you're letting life pass you by. They even planned the problem. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. So if they got to bankrupt the debts of a city, they stay in business. But you get a bad day and you go boo-hoo-hoo. I think we should stop that right away. What do you think? Well, what can I say? Apple Computer? Amazing. They were bankrupt in 97. They were out of business. But what happened next is Mr. Bill Gates, who was indicted 4 times by our lovely government, too, for being so damn smart. He wrote a check to Apple for $150 million. He saved their assets. And you know what? They're worth $1 trillion, and they don't pay any damn tax at all. Isn't that fun? It's like the penalty they're paying as of today on the news. They get to write it off anyway. Damn, isn't that fun? Did you get your SSN out yet? Because you got to get that job. Remember, that's what we did as kids. Once you write down SS4, you're allowed 1 SSN. That's all we get. We're all ducks and basically sheep. Quack, quack, quack. But an SS4 corporation, the business upset or more. So let's write that down and learn how to play. Now, don't have any intent to do fraud, because that'll get you in trouble, too. Now, Google the word bankruptcy, just in case blank hits the fan. Learn the rules and tools how to play the game and win. When you Google bankruptcy today, this is the page that comes up. SSN, you only get 1. Quack, quack, quack. That's right, 99% people screw it up. How about SS4? As many as it takes to get there, too? We get to have fun like the bank and the grocery store did to do? Wow, that's step number 10, if you learn to play. Now, here's our life. It's IRS public record. We all get an SSN to equal the 1040. Tax, 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 and probate, too. SS4 equals 1120. Line 10 right in front of you says banking and credit purposes. Your choice is simple. You can learn to play or stay being a duck. Quack, quack, quack. That's up to you. All I know today is you're allowed 1 SSN. And we're all ducks. But if you learn to play and get an SS4, a chance to try to win and do it again and again too. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead. But that's up to you if you want to be winning that battle. Now tell me how you're going to do it again. I mean, come on, you spent thousands on crap. You got things sitting on the shelf too collecting dust. How are you going to do it if you go back to doing nothing? You're going to go, beep, 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 beep. That's it, folks? Your choice is simple. Win the lottery, good luck on that, inherit the money, or get a big raise. Or let me rebuild you the right way, but that's up to you too. You should have did that at 18 years old. Now here's what I learned at 7.5. I'm being used and abused physically and mentally. Nobody gave a shit. Dropped off of the pier, eating out of a trash can, and begging and stealing. And that poker game they had every Wednesday night, I paid attention. You know what one night they said? It's a secret. They said a corporation's a legal person. You know what I did? I wrote it down. I circled it 10 times. They thought I was weird. Probably true. The next day, I rode my little bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department. I know there was a library next door. I went and said, "Ma'am, can you explain this to me, please?" "Here's the microphone. Here, what the hell?" she said. I think she said, "Here's the microphone. Here's the book." And back in Mayberry, it's like ridiculous. Well, luckily, I learned to read at 2.5 years old. I usually read about 10 or 15 books at a time, having fun. I was looking for my blueprint, my instruction manual, wouldn't you? You've been looking for it all your life. Congratulations. You haven't found it, have you? That's why you're watching me. Chapter 18. Let's read it. It's not legal advice. A corporation's a legal person may sue or be sued. Big deal. What's the rules? Where's the tools? I went back to that damn library every day till I was 9.5. Then I was brave enough to send away a little money order. It came back, and the corporation's name was Helping Hand Industries. It went worldwide. Oh, good. I got $100,000 in the mail. I got named in the movie Dave. So guess what we get to do? Now, if you play that corporation thing, you're going to get a call like that every day. Are you a member of the Better Business Bureau? Well, sir, you sound highly intelligent. Why don't you Google BBB got busted and find out they're a fraud? Their founder, they're selling his shit right now on the news. His name is Al Capone. So let's understand, if I want an A rating, it costs me $615, and sometimes they have a blue light special on that too. So all you had to do is check it out. You see, understand something. I question everything. You say you're an expert, then show me. You don't have the stuff, then go out of the way. Everybody says, no, they're just dummies. That's all I think. Blackmail 10 million companies for $615? But again, Wolfgang Puck, Walt Disney, KBC, and on don't want to play their money and play their game. Courts have said, get out of the city. They were federally indicted. Then they changed their name to Business Alliance BS too. They're a fraud. I'm not saying, I'm just reading 2020 and CNN. They tell you the truth. It will set you free. Now, when I incorporated rich and famous people for years, all right, kind of fun, I getting profit and non-profit. What do we get to do? Offset the taxes, what I've taught rich and famous people to do. You want to learn the secrets? Get out that tab and a pen, write it down and again and again. Now, the bottom line is I help people coming out of prison too. Here's Free Ray, Ricky Ross from my neighborhood, 20 years in federal prison. He comes out, I rebuilt his credit in 6 months. I got him a gold and a platinum card. Look at the smile on his face, up to $1 million. Would you like one or two? Let me know. Thomas was in prison for 26 years, and I rebuilt him too. Within 6 months, he's got a dump truck business doing millions of dollars a year. You're going to have to beat your doubt. You have to run your own race. You might have to get out of my way while I rebuild you. All right, step number 11. Getting past go, I can show millions and billions. That's easy to do. How about God's gift, one of the 6 mansions? It's simple. The boat sets are Reynolds University. The yachts too. Where do you park yours? Because I'm from Show Me State. Okay? Helicopter. How about one of the buildings, one of the Lamborghinis too? You got the choice to learn to play. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 40 years ago too. I was at the Bond Adventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. I line around that hotel to get hold of me. The Millionaire's Founders Kit, 12 books and CDs, have the 1,000 steps. You can't even screw it up. Now the office sells it for $1,000. I discount online when I'm on a webinar like now. If you wait till I'm done talking, just call the office. It's $9.99. You do it during the webinar, so I don't have to pay a commission. All you have to do is Zelle, Ray Reynolds, RayRaceCredit.com. There you go. Heck, I'll ship it today. But again, now I need you to do something for yourself. I need you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address. Please. I want you to protect your ass. You show your driver's license. All right? They see that and they rob your house the next day. Or they go to the DMV for $10 and buy it from there, and then we have to create the Schaefer bill. She was a client and a friend. I met her through Robin Williams from the Last Stop years ago, too. And when that man shot her in the head and killed her dead, the DMV, are you kidding me? But again, you got to learn to protect your ass. I want your driver's license changed to a P.O. box or mailing address now. But if you don't want to, that's up to you. I think you should be using Ray's rules and never bring the damn pain on them again. You might even want to look at the Driver's Privacy Protection Act too. But again, that's number 12 for you. So the bottom line, when I created divisions in '86 for multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, separate pieces, and the greatest thing about a division, it's a legal person, it gets its own credit file. Can you imagine? You get to write it all off too. What if I got you a gold card up to $1 million? It's free damn money. You can write off the payment and the card, and you can grow that business up and away. And then you can get 9 sister cards too. I mean, why aren't you playing the game? What's wrong with you? Are these turned on or what? I don't understand. You brought the pain. What? Are you kidding me? You can put houses and franchises in these too. A rich and famous person or a bank or a grocery store have a problem with the division. They do what? They put it aside, get rid of the bad piece. They got 9 left to go, 8 left to go. What do they do next? Set up another one. You see, winning the game of business, it's a game. You want to be the bank? Buckets of money and tax balancing too? Heck, I wrote books on that as well. You can learn to play. But today, let's look at your car. What did you do? You went to the dealership, you let them sweat you for hours on end. Congratulations. You lost $5,000 in 9 inquiries too. You're only entitled to 6 inquiries every 180 days. But what did you do? They gave you the paper and said, can you fill this out so we can run your credit? And you filled it out and you went to him, I'm a sheep. Stop being a damn sheep. When you fill out an application from now on, Ray's rules, you sign it, and next to it, you write down this allows one inquiry, and you take a picture. I don't get it. Why would anybody allow this crap? You're an adult. Okay? It's time you basically understand how to play. Because you're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. None of us are. Step number 13. Cars? How about fleet price, division, tax ID? How about it doesn't show up on your personal credit report? How about it's a corporate card, so it's a full write-off? I love the people, well, I'm going to take my car and write it off to the corporation. No, you're not. You're going to argue with your CPA and tax attorney. And you're not going to win because it's your car registered to you. Quack, quack, quack. You see, you got to learn the secrets how to play. But that's up to you. If you got a repossession personally, don't worry, the IRS can give you a 1099-C. Won't that be fun? Another tax problem. Well, what can I say? You drive your car today, registered to you, to the grocery store or the bank. Let's say there's a little bumpity bump. Okay, I'm sorry, but then that person's going to act like they're going to die. Because they got to put on a show for everybody around all the cameras. Then they have to do driver's license, insurance, registration, please. Then your heart falls out of your chest. And then you go, I wish I would listen to Ray. How about the insurance? It's bad enough the driver's license get your home address on it. The insurance you pay for today for the car you drive, it's out of your paycheck. And it's taxed before you get the leftover. Isn't that called taxable income? No matter what I say or do today, you're still the registered owner. Congratulations, quack, quack, quack. Hey, when they sue the registered owner, it's you. You're a duck. Don't you see those 44 attorneys on TV? I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. I got this person, blah, blah, blah. How about the billboards, too? Don't you understand? You're being a duck because you didn't protect your ass. Eds. Why don't you think about putting the registered owner as a division? What the heck? And at the end of the day, let's see if we can get them diddly squat. Oh, you don't want to play? That's up to you. Step number 14. Getting a car at fleet price and tax ID. All right, I'll show you how to do that in the goal setting class tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You don't show up, that's your problem, not mine. I'll be doing the class for the ones who really want to learn the secrets and how to play. But again, it's like when I had my 17 houses at 19, I couldn't get number 18. They kept saying loan to value problem too. And it's simple. I just transferred to the divisions. I freed up my credit report, and I separated the liability too. By the way, your paycheck should be a break even. Teach at the workshop. Did you know a corporation doesn't pay tax till it makes a profit? So the reality is just like Amazon's first 10 billion and trillion. They pay no damn tax, but you do. That make you feel good. You pay more tax than they do on 10 billion. How about a trillion? But again, don't say loophole. They're just doing what they're allowed to do. You see, they pay tax on a gallon of gas too, and property tax too. But they got so much money, 3 of them, they got their own damn spaceships now. What the hell? They write that off too and go to the moon. You ready to go? How about that one? How about this one? Isn't it fun? But again, it's up to you. Now, don't say anything else. Understand. They're doing exactly what the Internal Revenue Service Incorporated says they get to do. Because they didn't make any profit, they break even. You can complain or you can join the club. You can learn Ray's secrets too, if you want to. But again, here's the other one who owns his own island. He writes it off too, and he's having fun. By the way, he's even got his own rocket ship going to the moon. I bet you he'll beat them all. What do you think? But what can I say? Here's Carl. You know, it's great. You can Google him. It's fun. He's got a $1.2 billion in Bank of America. You know what happens? Borrow money's not taxable. We don't build debt on consumers. That'd be silly. On the corporation, that's where we get to have fun. Could you imagine that today? Borrow money is now what? Taxable? Wow, isn't that fun too? Ultimate goal, when they get the money, they listen and learn because I teach them at times it by 5. And it's tax-free. Now understand, if you did it my way, you'll never run out of money ever. Isn't that fun? Ever. But again, can I get you to listen and play? The bottom line is most of you get some money and you piss it away. How about we take a card like this one? It's a corporate card. We had to write everything off. Why don't we take 50,000 off the card and help 5 people save their house? 10,000 apiece. How about a second trust deed? How about a homestead blocker and a UCC1 chattel mortgage too? As they pay this, I now just gain $24.49 a month after the bill's paid. All I gotta do is maintain the little payments, not even my money too. I get to play with their money called OPM. Wow, would you like 5,000 or 10,000? Do you want to increase your income, or would you like to replace it in about 6 weeks? But that's up to you too. Learning more secrets today. Now, Mr. Buffett's father, I studied him first. All right, he was the leveraging king. All right, Mr. Warren Buffett today says they should pay more tax. He paid less than any of them. He wants to look like the hero, but he plays the game pretty damn good. You see, every business he's ever obtained is off borrowed money. It's free. And he transfers stock back and forth too. He even owns his favorite 10. Anywhere from ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell. He owns Dairy Queen and Seas Candy. Prince Druid, Fruit of the Loom. The guy's playing the damn game. Would you like to learn? That's what the workshops are for too. But again, you're going to have to write down some secrets and follow through. Now, I got 7 to 8 classes tomorrow. They're all live. You could play with me the whole day. But if you don't want to, that's up to you. I think you should play with me for 90 days and a lifetime. But what can I say? I want to teach you the secrets how to play. Now, if all you want is a 750 score, that's okay. I'll guarantee you to rapid rescore, block all your bad stuff, and build it up again too. Ultimate goal, it's simple. You could do it the do-it-yourself book and CD class, or I can do the work for you. If I do the work for you, there's a rapid refresh, all right, and a credit rebuilding. Office wants about 1,000. I discount it on a webinar. No case past 180 days. There's a class tomorrow. It's called Analyzation Education. You don't have to go, but it's offered to you. From there, I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card back. That way you can reverse yourself, but I'm only going to charge you half price during the webinar. That way I don't have to pay a commission. If you don't do it during the webinar, you just call them. They'll charge you the $1,000 and give you a $500 card. That's all they're allowed to do. With me, I get to do whatever I want because I created the rules and tools to play a 750 score guaranteed. But again, that's number 15. And the Zelle is Ray Reynolds. That's me. RayRaceCredit.com. That's all you got to do. Bank transfer, deposit, Chase, or B of A. So I do this on Wednesday and Saturday, so pay attention. See, half of you have a corporation, and 9 out of 10 people set one up every day after they spend thousands on a damn piece of paper that was free. They sit there going, what's next? I'm your next. We're going to have fun. So on Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m., I do a class called Corporate Setup. How to name it, what type you might want to pick, what venue to, then level 1, how to set up the division step by step and buy at wholesale price. Now that's Wednesday or Saturday. You can go to either one or both. That's for about 30 days while I do the work for you. You get to put the information here for you. So the bottom line is simple. Great secrets. You see, the biggest problem people do is when you hire somebody, you should know what they do better than they do or equal to what they do. All right? Because you don't know if they're milking your money or your paycheck. Now, if you have a corporation, I'll build that one for you. If not, I'll give you the starter package for the millionaire. Credit rebuilding, rapid score, make you the CFO. Articles, Oscillus, tax ID, set up in level 1 for 30 days. Now, you know, it's amazing. Mark spent $3,700 for a corp. Brian spent $2,200. They asked me what's next. I said, go get your damn money back. You could have spent $100 and got the same damn thing in front of you. I want to hand you $10,000 of cash credit. $10,000. Is that okay? Now let's remember something. The office sells this for $2,000. Okay, I always give half price of $9.99. So I give you 10 times the money back to you, so I take away your excuses. Oh, if you want $25,000 of credit, then ask for the millionaires in the making. Same goodies, but you get $25,000 of cash credit. So what happens is the office sells it for $5,000. I discounted half price on our webinar for $2,499. So that $25,000 of cash credit coming to you literally is 10 times your investment. It's all yours too. What excuse could anybody have? I always want to reimburse you to take away any excuses. That'd be no fun. So use Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. But again, I want you to do number 16. I'd like you to run your life through a corporation or in conjunction, but that's up to you. You're a grown-up, right? So now here's simple. Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Debt on corporations offset taxes. Today you get a paycheck. Oh, goody for you. It's tax, you get the leftover. And then on top of the leftover, you pay payment, gas, registration, insurance. You know, you could say no right away. You could be driving a company car like I do, step number 17. Oh, well. Today, I'd like you to get an SS4 form. I want you to realize that it equals 1120. Line 10 there says banking and credit purposes. This is the IRS public record for you. If you take number 18, go to irs.gov and download an SS4 form. You can find it on Factually Verifiable too, because you'll see the form right in front of you, unless you want to stay being a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Now, I love the United States of America, but every game I've ever played, no one wants to play because I master the rules how to win. So the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states, and the states set up corporations called cities. So they're doing the line of defense right in front of you. They even planned the problem if it happened too. They created a Chapter 9 bankruptcy, so they can bankrupt the debts of a city and stay in business today. But you haven't set up your line of defense. Why? You are we the people. Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out, they've been printing money 24/7 unless they run out of paper. The hospitals are federally mandated. Every woman who delivers a baby within 3 hours or less must sign an SSN form, because if not, she can't take her own baby out of the hospital. See, there, 9/10 of the law is not possession. It's only good if you sign the SSN form to take the baby, the stroller, the car seat to go home. Now, you got websites online say you don't need to guarantee. What a bunch of blah, blah, blah. To get cash credit cards, cash lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too, you got to be a qualified CFO. That's what I'm going to do for you and make you qualified too. Now, if you're looking at those trade line things, please look at the Fair Lending Act. I don't want to visit you in prison. So now, corporate credit is a write-off. So I can write off the interest rate of the card, a line of credit too. I can set up a division if it's screwed up and write that off too, like the grocery store and the bank get to do. So I got nothing to lose and everything to gain? Now, why didn't you do this at 18 years old? Are these turned on? Got to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. It's called winning the battle. But again, you got to learn Ray's secrets too. We get to play. Now let's talk about your house today. When you bought it, did you use Ray's rules? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust? Oh, you didn't do that? So if you're sued, they take it away. If you die, it's stuck into probate, and your family got diddly squat because you're not paying attention today. Oh, well. When you fix up a property, you hire a contractor, and they hire the subcontractor that's down outside Home Depot. Good workers. What if they slip, fall, cut corners, and sue you for everything you got too? Oh, well, what can I say? If you would have planned the problem, maybe you would have quit claimed you those to a division for about $12. How about assignment of equity? So this way, if they sue you at the end of the day, wouldn't you like to get them get diddly squat? That's up to you. Now, I like irrevocable trust. You might want to check it out, but do what you want. That's step number 19. 6 more to go. So if you're playing peekaboo with the IRS making a mess, why don't you stop it? Why? Because the IRS says the corporations don't pay taxes and make a profit. It's public record too. Go back to the irs.gov if you need to. Download a form called 656 433A and B. Get all that free money. Get your butt back in the system today and start step number 20. We get to play. Now, when you fix up a property, please don't spend your money. I want you to set up your divisions like I teach at the workshop to save up to 70%. This way you don't have to pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. Use their money. Escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Most men, when they get money, they piss it away. You're not going to do that anymore. Got it? You're going to lose and raise rules. Leverage money. Borrow money is not taxable. You're going to set up your line of defense. Is that okay with you? By the way, that's step number 21 called blackjack. Now, here's the Reynolds University building. Just before I died in a coma in 2009. 22,000 square feet, Irvine Spectrum. I told you I'm factually verifiable too. The bank would be there almost every day going, Banks said, your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot to what? They don't know your name. You might want to learn Ray's secrets starting more today. The banks borrow from the feds times 10, a loan up to buy 5 to you. Leveraging the money, Ray's rules. This is the thing that really, I was going to say, pisses me off when people waste money. That borrow money would have been up to $3 million. Borrow money not being taxable, you would have got a free McDonald's for $2 million. $2 million. Taxable, free money. I don't get why people piss away money. You got the choice. When you get the money, even in the corporation, because it's allowed to do what it's allowed to do, if you don't learn to leverage it, you're going to run out of money too. But if you get times 5, tax-free, you never run out of money again. Isn't that fun? So Mr. Buffett does every day. Your corporation, I want to teach at the workshop that it's basically a management company. I don't want it to really do business. I want it to own the divisions. See, as far as I'm concerned, the divisions are the ducks. Hey, if the city, the grocer, and the bank can file a bankruptcy on a piece, so could you. So rich and famous people too. Can you write down the 3-step I designed for you? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. So if a division had a problem, I might have to bankrupt it. But I keep all the good pieces. I don't bring the pain home like you. Why would you do it in the first place? We never had to. Learn to play. Divisions, tax IDs, eventually subsidiaries too. Step number 22. Ultimate goal, what are you willing to lose? Be honest with yourself. I don't lose anything. I want world peace. I got no intent to do wrong or fraud, and neither do you. You just want to try. But the reality is when you brought the pain home, you went boo-hoo-hoo. Hurt the family? Never. Corporations and pierce it, come after you? Never. Division are cheap, and I get another one and another one if it's screwed up like the bank and the grocery store do. See, when you play a game, don't you lose a man or two? Why don't we turn around and learn to be winners to get checkmate? Is that okay with you? All right, but you got to write down the secrets and play. Step number 23 today. Ultimate goal of building in a Lamborghini, saying the Reynolds University too, or reach the dream, think of being the impossible, raise rules, I make millionaires. Would you like to be next? All I got to do is keep you the secrets and do the work for you too. I don't want you to mess it up. The 14th Amendment turned corporations into what? People? United States of America Incorporated? 50 states, 50 corporations. Cities are corporations too. They're doing the line of defense right in front of you, and you're letting life pass you by. I think you're past due to set up your line of defense. What do you think? So let's do this. Let's start winning the battle. Is that okay with you? Because I can get anybody to millionaire. Just learn the secrets and let me do the work for you too. Ultimate goal, never have joint credit. When you buy a house, escrow close, some say put it in a trust. Raise rules. Corporations should have millions of dollars of credit. Why? Because hell, it's free money. All you got to do is write off the interest rate and the payment and all that good stuff too. It's a write-off. So it's, just maintain the payment. And the business can go, wow. But again, the division should be for every piece of property, every franchise, every current business doing the line of defense. I think Raise Rules is going to work for you too. It did for 18 million people. Not bad so far. So today, step number 24, you got one more to go. Oh, well, last chance to Zelle me during the live webinar. If not, you call the office. They'll give you the price that they're going to give you and make their commission. But that's up to you. Now, you got the do-yourself book and CD. If you want to rebuild your credit, you got the class as well too. Or you can let me do the work for you. Office wants $9.98. But again, there's a class on Saturday, Education Analyzation, 1 o'clock, Pacific Standard Time too. No case you go past 180 unless you mess up on your side too. But here's what happens. I want to hand you that $1,000 cash card. I want you to reimburse yourself and maintain a little payment too and rebuild it up. Webinar, you get it for $4.99. That means now. If not, call the office. It's $9.98. You're guaranteed a 750 score. Oh, they're only going to give you a $500 card, by the way. So, you Zal, simple, Ray Reynolds, RayRaceCredit.com now. And what happens is you get to talk to me right away. Now, the starter package for the millionaire. Rebuild the credit, rapid rescore, make you the CFO. Articles also tax ID set up in level 1. 30 days. I do the work for you. You get to learn how to play here in the workshops. So you get $10,000 of cash credit, Office wants about $2,000. Webinar price is $999 if you Zelle it now. Okay? You want $25,000 of credit? Okay. It's called Millionaires in the Making. Same goodies. We get $25,000 of cash credit. And what happens is the office sells it for $5,000. I discount half price of $2,499 to you if you sell during the webinar with me. And what happens, you get $25,000. That's 10 times credit back to you too. No more excuses. There's the sell. If you don't want to play with me directly, call the office. Today we got to stay safe and strong. The world's going a little crazier almost every day. Let's do our best while Jesus does the rest, and amen to that too. So the next step for you is step 25. Okay? And spend the whole day with me tomorrow. Zelle, bank transfer, deposit. Now, if you got to call the office right away, you can. 800-510-3338. That's 800-510-3338. Let's remember today, we got to do our best all through the day and let God do the rest. And never forget, God loves us all.